Picture this. You're sitting across from your spouse at a restaurant and they just said something really important. You do have your hearing aids on and you can see their lips moving, but you can't quite get what they're saying because of the clatter of the background noise and the music and what's going on at the table next to you. You have absolutely no idea what your spouse just said. So you smile, you nod, and you hope it wasn't a question. Does that sound familiar? Now imagine this instead. The same noisy restaurant, but this time you're reading exactly what they're saying word for word, appearing right in front of your eyes as they speak. No more guessing, no more exhausting mental gymnastics trying to piece together fragments of the conversation. Just clarity. That's what I want to talk about today. And it's not science fiction. It's real and it's available right now, and it's changing people's lives. I'm Dr. Lane Garrett, founder of Timpanogos Hearing and Tinnitus in Utah. Today I want to talk about the new Captify captioning glasses. I bought a pair of these a few months ago because I kept hearing about them, and honestly, they're blowing my mind. More importantly, they've changed the lives of several of my patients. And before we get into how these work, I want to tell you the origin story because it matters. I recently spoke with Tom Pritzky, the founder of Captify, and his story resonates with me. Tom has lived with hearing loss his entire life. Like so many of us, he found that hearing aids just weren't enough. In these noisy situations, he just struggled. You're wearing the best hearing aids money can buy, but you still struggle to follow the conversations at dinner, at parties, and in meetings. What Tom realized was this. We have captions everywhere in our digital lives. On Zoom calls, on Netflix, on YouTube. We can turn on captions and suddenly everything is clear and much easier to understand. But the moment we step in the real world into an actual conversation with other human beings, those captions are gone. So he asked himself, why can't we have real world captions? And he wanted something that let him look at the person speaking, not down at his phone, because when you're constantly looking down at your phone to read the captions, you're missing the human connection, the facial expressions, the eye contact, the relationships. That's why Captify exists. It was built by someone with hearing loss for people with hearing loss. And that focus shows in every aspect of this product. Now I want to be clear, I am not being paid by Captify. They didn't send me these glasses for free. I bought them myself because I wanted to see if they lived up to the hype. And they do. The technology is pretty straightforward. The Captify glasses have two beamforming microphones built into the frames. These are directional microphones, which means they focus on picking up the sound from whoever you're looking at, while filtering out the background noise from the side and the rear. It's not trying to pick up everything around you. It's being very smart about what it's capturing. The glasses connect via Bluetooth to your smartphone, which does all the heavy processing. The audio gets transcribed using AI, and that text gets projected onto these lenses. Only you can see it. Nobody else knows that you're reading captions unless you tell them. They've simplified everything with their latest updates in their technology. You literally just tap the glasses and it starts captioning. That's it. No menus, no complicated controls. Just tap and go. Firmware updates do happen automatically. You don't need Wi-Fi, you don't need a strong cell signal. As long as your phone has Bluetooth connectivity, you're good to go. They can even work offline for very basic captioning, though you'll need internet for translation features. The captions appear in green right in your field of vision. That's very easy to read, even in bright sunlight. The display uses something called binocular diffractive waveguides. That basically means the text appears clearly without blocking the view of the person you're talking to. It's like having subtitles in real life. If you're finding this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe. It helps more people who might benefit from knowing about this technology. All right, let's talk about real-world use. I've been wearing these to lots of different situations to see what they can and can't do. My hearing aids actually do really well in most restaurants, but I wanted to test these glasses anyway. A few weeks ago, my wife and I went to one of those really trendy places, with the exposed brick walls and concrete floors and really high ceilings designed to look cool, but acoustically they're terrible for anyone with hearing loss. I brought my Captify glasses just to see how they would do, and it was like someone turned on the subtitles in my real life. My wife is there talking, and right there in my field of vision, I'm seeing her words appear in that green text. And it doesn't block my view of her beautiful face. The words don't distract me from the meal, they're just there. Even though my hearing aids were doing okay, having that visual confirmation of what she was saying was incredible. No more second guessing, no mental effort trying to fill in the gaps, just clarity. Then, last weekend, I really put them to the test. I went to a professional conference, two completely different environments. The vendor floor was chaos. Dozens of booths, people talking everywhere, music playing, product demos, and the glasses struggled hard. I was mostly just seeing the word chatter on my display. There were too many competing voices and too much ambient noise, and they couldn't lock on to any one person. But then I would go into the main presentation rooms, rooms that had over 1,000 people in this auditorium. And I purposely sat on the back row because I wanted to see if these things could handle that. And they crushed it. The presenters had heavy Danish accents that would normally make them really hard for me to follow with my hearing aids, but the Captify glasses were captioning everything clearly. The captions on my glasses were appearing faster than the professional live captions that they were showing up on the big screens. I'm sitting here reading the words on my glasses while the official captions are still a few words behind. My testing was useful, but what really sold me on recommending these to other people was seeing my patients try them. I've had several patients borrow my pair now, and responses have been amazing. One of them took them to church. If you've ever been in a large church with a sound system that's not really calibrated that well professionally for sound, you know how hard it can be to follow the sermon. Add hearing loss and you're catching maybe every fifth word? He wore the Captify glasses to church, and he told me afterwards, Dr. Garrett, I understood the entire sermon. Every word, didn't miss a thing. That ability to participate fully in something that matters to you, that's what this technology provides. Another one of my patients tried them at a family party or around Christmas. Everyone was talking to each other, there were multiple conversations going on, and kids were running around. For someone with hearing loss, that's overwhelming to the point that you oftentimes just give up and sit in the corner. She said the glasses didn't catch everything. Honestly, they can't in that situation, but they caught the conversations in front of her. When her daughter was telling her about her job, she could actually follow along. When her grandson showed her a picture, she could hear the story that went with it. She wasn't feeling isolated anymore. But Dr. Garrett, I already wear glasses. How does this work? The Captify glasses are designed to work with prescription lenses, and they've made this flexible. You have two options. When you get your Captify glasses, they come with a blank lens like this insert. You can take that to your local optometrist and have them put your prescription in it. Then it just snaps into the back. It's simple. Or Captify can fulfill the prescription for you directly. Single vision, progressive lenses, prisms, bifocals, pretty much any prescription you need. They even offer bonded lenses, which are sleeker and look more integrated, though these do make the glasses non-refundable since they've been custom made for you. So Captify is giving you options here. Use your local optometrist who already knows your eyes, or have Captify handle everything, whatever works for you. Now, these frames fit pretty much any size head. They're comfortable, adjustable, and the nose bridge comes in a few different sizes that provide a secure, comfortable fit. They're really lightweight. The Pro model, like these, only weighs 37 grams, about 1.3 ounces. The base MyView model is 43 grams. Either way, they feel like you're wearing regular glasses. You're not walking around with some bulky, obvious piece of technology on your face. Let's talk about pricing. They have two different models. They have the Captify MyView and the Captify Pro. The MyView is the base model, and it costs around $699. The Pro has a regular retail price of around $899, though they occasionally run specials. Here's the important part, though, about the subscription. Basic captioning is completely free. No subscription required. You buy the glasses, you can use them for unlimited captioning in English and several other languages at no additional cost, forever. The glasses support over 80 languages in total. Some translation languages are also included for free, but if you want access to all 80 plus languages or the highest accuracy captioning models, that does require a subscription. The subscription plan is $15 per month, but if you primarily need English captioning for everyday conversations, you don't need that subscription. And just so you know, all the testing that I've done with these glasses at the conference, the restaurant, and letting patients borrow them, that's all been on the free plan. I haven't done the subscription yet. And honestly, I haven't tried the translation features either. But the free plan has handled everything I've thrown at it for basic English captioning. Battery life is solid. The base MyView model gives you about 4 hours of continuous captioning. The Pro model can go for 6 hours or more, and they charge fast, just 40 minutes to get to a full battery. And you can even use them while charging. I get it, whether it's $699 or $899, that is a significant investment. But this is a tool that can genuinely change your daily life. If it means you can go to dinner and follow the conversation with your family, or go to that meeting and not worry about understanding, or participate in church, or just have normal conversations without exhaustion, what's that worth to you? Many insurance plans and HSA, FSA accounts can be used towards these glasses. And during my conversation with the founder of Captify, he told me they're actively working with the VA to provide these glasses for free. So if you're a veteran with hearing loss, reach out to your local VA audiologist and ask about Captify. They offer a 30 to 45 day return policy. Plenty of time to try them in your real life and make sure they work for you. And they come with a 1-year warranty that covers any manufacturing defects. Hearing aids alone are amazing technology, but they have limits. In really noisy situations, there's only so much that they can do. The Captify glasses give you a visual supplement to what you're trying to hear. People who travel internationally or work with multilingual environments, with support for over 80 languages and real-time translations, you can have that conversation with someone speaking a completely different language and see the translation as they speak. And people who are exhausted from the mental effort of trying to understand speech, even if you catch most words, that constant strain of filling in gaps and asking people to repeat themselves, pretending you understood, even if you didn't, it's draining. These glasses can reduce that cognitive load significantly. They aren't perfect. No technology is. Remember, you do need a Bluetooth connection to your smartphone. The phone is what's doing all the processing. So you need to have your phone with you and connected. Not usually a problem, but it's something to think about. Captify is working on processing units for people who don't have smartphones or prefer to not use them. Here's what I've learned about background noise. These glasses handle moderate noise really well. That restaurant I mentioned with the dishes clinking, background music, and other conversations around us, they worked great. That massive auditorium with 1,000 people and Danish accented presenters, no problem. But when the ambient levels get too high, like the conference vendor floor, the Captify glasses do struggle. Even when there's a clear primary speaker trying to focus on, if there's too much noise, those beam-forming microphones just can't help. They're not magic. Too much competing noise and they just can't cut through that effectively. So they work brilliantly in typical noisy environments, just not extreme noise situations. If you've ever watched closed captioning during a live event on TV, you know that sometimes the words aren't quite right. And that's true here too, but not enough to be a problem. And this is critical. These glasses are meant to be a supplement to your hearing, not replace hearing aids. If you need amplification, you still need to wear your hearing aids. The Captify glasses are providing visual information, not making sounds louder. Some people use them together with their hearing aids, which can be a really powerful combination. I see a lot of new hearing technology come through my office. Some of it is genuinely helpful. Some of it is overhyped marketing. And some of it is just not ready for the real world yet. The Captify glasses are genuinely helpful. They are addressing a real problem that a lot of my patients face, and they're doing it in a practical, accessible way that actually works. Basic captioning has no subscription fee, which makes them accessible to more people. They're lightweight, they're comfortable, so people will actually wear them. And they're really simple to use. Again, just tap and start. So you don't get frustrated and give up trying to figure out what the heck to do on your phone. Are they perfect? No. But they don't need to be perfect. They need to be helpful, and they are. If you struggle to follow conversations in restaurants, at family gatherings, at church, or work meetings, or if you're just tired of nodding along and smiling when you have no idea what was just said, these glasses are worth looking into. You can check them out at captify.glass. I'd recommend reading through the user reviews there. You'll see story after story of people whose lives have been changed when they can suddenly follow conversations easily again. Whether you get the Captify glasses or not, the bigger point is this. There are new technologies emerging all the time that can help us stay connected to the people we love and the activities we care about. We don't have to accept isolation as an inevitable part of hearing loss anymore. We have options. Now I want to hear from you. Have you tried captioning glasses? Are you considering them? What questions do you have? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one of them. If you want to dive deeper into understanding hearing loss, hearing aid technology, and all of the options available to you, head over to our online learning center. We've got comprehensive resources that will help you make informed decisions about your hearing health care. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.